The elephant in the room. Dr. Bawumia, elected flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party, will be going head to head with the NDC flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, come to 2024. But before we do that, we'd like to tell you something good from our friends at Top Choco. There's nothing more pleasing than Top Choco chocolate spread on bread. It has the power to awaken your taste buds and make you happy instantly. The Top Choco 3-in-1 instant mixed chocolate drink is suitable for preparing both cold chocolate milkshakes and cups of delicious hot chocolate. All you need to do is to add hot water in Swashia. Introducing the latest addition to the Top Choco family is the Top Choco Choco Cup, which is suitable for everyone and will surely be a crowd pleaser. Children can take it to school and imagine serving these cups at birthday parties, picnics, or any other gathering. This chocolatey treat will definitely make their day. Now get your hands on the Top Choco Choco Cup today and experience the joy of chocolate spread in a cup. Remember, Top Choco is made with love in Ghana, using only the finest ingredients. Top Choco, it's chocolatey. Right, for a Monday morning, we've been joined by the affable Reginald Achiesu Boating, Programs Coordinator at the School for International Training, and of course, Felix Kofi Owusu and San, who is a youth activist and campaign team member for Kennedy Agyapong. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, now we're very active.
Oh no, good morning. I'm still very active.
Nice.
It's a Monday morning. How are you? Yeah.
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you, Reggie. How was your
right.
weekend?
My weekend was blessed. So a friend of mine who just completed school was getting married. And so I got the opportunity to MC his wedding, and I was like, wow, and there's a corner of people able to gather money and marry. But anyway, so I wish them all the best. And I also monitored keenly the elections, that's the NPP elections. And
Before you get into it, he's a very fine MC, I must say. I saw him MC that marathon.
The Villador Marathon,
Yeah,
he was running. He went to run the Villador Marathon. I don't know.
It's good to see
so,
you. Yeah.
And Sunday was also a very good day. So
Okay.
I think my weekend was good.
Okay, I'm really curious to know how you're feeling.
Personally, I'm in good spirits. Though, as the results of the election didn't go to my expectation, since I've been a key campaign member of the Honorable Kennedy Agyapong's campaign. It didn't go to our favor, actually, but we are in good spirit.
Tell me why you chose to be part of his. What about him? Is it the ideology, personality? What about him? Why did you join his campaign team?
All right. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is somebody who believes in the youth, first of all. And I find myself to be a youth activist. All right. So since he believes in the youth and he keeps complaining about unemployment in this country, and also he's a businessman who has established businesses, employed about 7,158 people, which he pays permanently every month. So I believed in him that if we give him the nod to lead this country, he's going to create employment for the youth who are living in our country to stay so that we build a country together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, why do you think he did not win?
You see, it was an internal
What
election,
went
actually.
wrong? Okay.
But we all could see that the establishment was behind a candidate, which we alter our grievances, we alter whatsoever against that position the establishment took. We had MPs, ministers, CEOs, campaigning. We had regional organizers, regional executives campaigning for him by rallying or canvassing the numbers, whipping the delegates for a candidate. And it took just one Honorable Kennedy Agyapong from Asin Central. He's a member of parliament from Asin Central. And then he was able to garner these numbers. Though we know we could have won, if not being the establishment intention for just canvassing the people for Bawumia.
I would have thought, I'll come to you, Reginald, I'd like to stay here for a while. I would have thought that you'd say this for the super delegate that happened, when they say that the establishment is really for the vice president, the way it looks. But because Kennedy was very confident that he's a grassroots person, and so when it gets to Saturday, that just went by, if he didn't even make it to the number one, during the 10 to 5, then he's very certain about the delegates because they're made up of more youth and more grassroots persons. And so then, what would be the point here?
That's what I'm saying. Let's not underestimate those MPs the CEOs and the ministers.
And their influence on the delegates. But we know this. We knew this already at the time that you were saying that we were for the grassroots.
Because they actually went out, campaigning for Bawumia. And even on the ground.
But we knew this already. We didn't think that we're going to sit down and not campaign for the supposed establishment. So what did you guys have in your hand to be confident to say that we know that we're for the grassroots and we know that come November, we're going to win?
So with our message.
You thought it could change the mind of
our message, and then as well with the things Honorable Kennedy Agyapong has done for the country. Because as an MP for Asin Central, he's, so handedly funding for $6 million cardiothoracic and dialysis center at 37 Military Hospital, which he wasn't selfish to establish that in his constituency.
Okay.
But he chose it to do it so that the whole entire nation will benefit from that.
That's fair enough. Again, I hear people say that because Godwin, I hear people say that because Ken owns businesses, he's run businesses successfully for a while, and so because of that, I'm saying that when you're a businessman and you're doing things per your rules, and how you're sure to get results, if you become president, it won't be by your rules. So the fact that you have employed over 7,000 people, it is against the whole nation. And this time around, it will be seeking a much more deeper accountability because you're going to be working with taxpayers' money. So I see how they try to draw some successes from what he has done. But would it be same? I heard he said he pays his driver 5,000 cedis a month. It was when me and my colleague Afro girl, we almost quit this job to go and be his driver.
I will be his driver.
He thinks about the welfare of people.
You don't think Bawumia thinks about the welfare of people?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. All right? No, I'm not saying that. I'm speaking for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Okay.
And
is he disappointed?
He's in good spirit. He said with his vision that he has for the country, and if the grassroots or the delegates are saying they want this position, he can't force himself on them. So therefore, he's just there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reginald, I know that you are an anti and anti-current government. You are. But do you think that Bawumia would win?
All right. So, MFA, thank you very much. And thank you to your viewers and our listeners watching.
Actually, give me a minute. So we're just going to let them know that Clinton, BBC, one of our permanent panelists, was supposed to join us, except he was running late a bit, but he's here. And so at some point, if you see him joining, it's just that we've been expecting him. God, would you like to say your vote of thanks so that he knows?
I say thank you to my mom and dad for the opportunity. Clinton, come and sit down.
So basically, that's Clinton's chair, so he's going to take the seat shortly, okay? Do you have any questions you'd like to ask them before you go? Thank you. Okay, so you were saying, my question to you, Reginald, was the fact that, do you think that he was going to win?
So just as I was saying, a very big thank you and shout out to all your viewers and listeners watching and listening to us nationwide. Did I think or know that Bawumia was going to win? It was already established from start to finish. Like, who didn't know that the current skirmishes that was going on was all being skewed towards Bawumia's way? And so if there's anybody who was not in the NPP, who was watching from afar, listening to radio, watching TV, looking at how CSOs, CEOs, MPs, ministers, they were all mentioning Bawumia. And so it was clear that Bawumia was going to win. But as to whether or not I support it, that is the conversation we are going to have over here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Clinton,
have you been catching your breath? You've had a rough morning?
Not really. I think the victory of Dr. Muhammad.
Godwin, I shouldn't have let you give it your chair to the gentleman. It's caused traffic in town, eh?
I mean, a lot of people are talking about it, and I think it's a good sign indicating that the elephant is indeed a winning symbol.
I see.
On the other hand, they are equally applauding His Excellency.
His Excellency.
He is surely going to be Excellency.
Okay.
Applauding Honorable Kennedy Agyapong
for
the fierce contest he also gave, and then his composure, and then how in unity the party took a decision. My applaud wouldn't necessarily go to the organizers. even though they played an instrumental role. I mean, it is your party, so you would have to do everything to get it done right. But I feel we should also applaud the police for supervising such a contest. You know, if it had been chaotic by now, the police would have been seen releasing notices upon notices. And so if it is bad, we would want to blame the police, but it is good. We should also applaud them for supervising the contest.
Let me stay with you, Clinton. I know that you've been here a lot of times, a couple of times before Saturday, and you've been quite certain that the Vice President is going to be the flag bearer. In all honesty, do you think he would be? Do you think he would have won?
Yes, I think my first appearance on this platform, on this particular conversation, I gave certain analysis that indicated the possibilities of the Vice President winning the election. I spoke on the basis of history of the party, that I made you understand that anytime the grassroots and the supposed establishment are in sync, it is quite easy for that particular candidate to win. And I also spoke about the fact that the Vice President has been consistent in his dialogue and engagement with the delegates. I think we cannot just assume that it was easy for him to win, which indirectly undermines the hard work he put into winning this particular election. I mean, everybody who watched closely the proceedings of the process, the proceedings of the electoral process, would get to know that he did visit almost every constituency. From where I sit, I didn't see much on the side of the other contenders, but I saw him do a lot of work with the delegates, engaging them and sharing his vision and his possibilities in becoming the next president of Ghana.
Many have said that it was a cooked meal for him.
No,
going to the constituencies was because
went.
the MPs had to show their loyalty.
No,
he's a vice president.
I don't think that should be the basis for engaging. I mean, I'm not here to have internal argument with anybody. The party has decided, and then we are good with whoever that we have chosen. But we cannot also, you see, if you look at the electoral turnout, you would get to know that there were certain constituencies that the MPs were for Bawumia, but the delegates voted, the majority of the delegates voted for Kennedy Agyapong. I think we are in the space of our politics, or our dispensation of politics now has swayed from the fact that you think you have influence over the choices of people than the people deciding their fate, who they really want to. And that is one of the indications that proved that it was not an induced contest. It was a contest where people came in with who they really want to go in for, and they chose them. And that gave Kennedy Agyapong that he won two regions as against 16. And Bawumia won 14. But even with the 14 Bawumia won, if you look at the figures that he gathered, in addition to the two regions that he won, it tells you that the people couldn't have totally been induced by the MPs whom we felt had so much influence on the delegates. They took a decision in who they want to go in for. And it's visible to the sight of everybody who observed closely the electoral processes. He worked so much, he earned it. I told you that elections are won by systems and structures. And so the first appearance here before the super delegates, I spoke to you about the systems and structures that he had put in place from the basis of this electoral process until the peak. That is when they started the polling station, through the constituency to the regional. He was so visible, supportive, and very contributive to the individuals who went to the polls. Who went to the polls?
I don't seem to agree.
Let me land. Who went to the polls to be chosen into those particular offices. And so you could clearly see the direct relationship with these particular delegates before they came in to vote. And these systems and structures were built. For me, I didn't see much of Kennedy Agyapong at the beginning of this whole process. I think he came into the scene at the latter part. By then, most of these decisions and some of these structures and systems had been outlined by Bawumia. And these are structures and systems that determine your faith in winning an election, especially if it is an internal electoral process. And these key indications played pivotal role in advancing the interest of the Vice President, who is the soon-to-be President of the Republic of Ghana.
We're getting there since you brought that. I see that you're not agreeing to a few of his points, but Reginald, because Reginald has heard you talk and he's also heard Clinton, let me take you. You were, again, I'm only saying what a lot of people have been saying. It's not good to come to a conclusion by going to social media commentaries, but you can't also take that out of the conversation. Plays a key role. That, yes, the vice president was very visible. I hear you with the systems that you have said that they've set up before, and it's not that he only became
I want
on the
to state
shoulders
categorically that he earned it. He wasn't
Let
getting
her
it. He
answer
earned
her
it.
question.
That is
So,
what I want to put across.
Whichever way you earn, somebody can take 1,000 miles to earn something. Somebody can take one. You earned it. We're looking at the journey and the process to earning it, isn't it? Okay. So you have heard him, and then you have heard him. People have said that, yes, he's earned it, but how did he earn? He earned it standing on the shoulders of many others, which, if you look at the system, Kennedy could not. Many have also said that Honorable Kennedy had to fight against the system. It is basically like, I belong to this party, I believed in the ideology, but I'm taking myself out. So he was struggling with the fact that, am I taking myself out entirely? Should I, attack all of their policies? After I have won, how am I going to defend the ideas that have brought the party to this level? So the play field genuinely, it's not the same. But Clinton here says that the vice president started as everybody would have started. And that is why he earned it. Do you believe it?
All right, so I want to start off my my statement by quoting Bernard Mona, the former PNC chairman. He said, and I quote, "This is the first time ever since his eyes saw the light of day that the NPP have presented a group of weak aspirants for their to become a flag bearer, because when you take each one
for
of
the 10
them,
or the 5?
oh, for the five, for the 4,
10,
actually,
okay.
for the 4, yes. Because when you take each of them, the question they should be thinking of answering is, am I fit to be president, and not just fit to be flag bearer? And so somebody that I want to escape is Adainimo. Then I come to Ifri Akoto. Ifri Akoto, on countless time when he was launching his campaign, said that he wants to be president because he wants to be flag bearer of the party. Like, it didn't make any sense. And then you come to what he was able to do when he was in the Ministry of Agric. What was he able to achieve? Was he the minister that brought plantains to the ministry to come and sell? So already his credibility. No, it is true. I saw it on TV. He was.
Yes, he did.
Exactly. And so I don't know.
We can't measure him by just that.
But exactly. But the thing is, we want to see if these people, this crop of people, are capable of being presidents. Because the idea of they representing the party as flag bearers is to become president of Ghana. And so if the NPP are going to elect a flag bearer, they should elect a flag bearer that has credibility enough, integrity, that has the scorecard of progress, so that we can know that, okay, this person is capable of becoming president. Now we move on to Kennedy Agyapong. Kennedy has been MP for Central, Central for how many years?
It's been almost about 24.
Over 24 years. When he was talking about Kennedy and his achievements, I like the fact that he mentioned the 10 million Ghana cedis,
6 million
Ghana cedis cardiothoracic center that he built in the Third Century Hospital. What has he been able to do? They'll tell you he has been able to establish business. This is a businessman that is establishing his businesses, and so he is doing something for himself. But can you tell me, over the 24 years of being MP for Asin Central, what has been his scorecard? You get it. Then the next thing is,
take note of that question.
Now we come to His Excellency, the Vice President, Bawumia. Bawumia, who has been the greatest liar of all time. The Vice President, who has nothing to show, somebody who is supposed to lead the economic management team, and it is under his regime that we have seen the deepest that the country has ever gone into. Somebody who gave us his own criteria to judge other people with, and we are using that same criteria, and he has failed woefully. Somebody who has no credibility to his name anymore, and this is the person you have to come and sit and then hail that he has won a flag bearership race. For me, I think that the gathering of the NPP to even go and vote for a flag bearer, none of them as a presidential material to even come in and say, I won, and so we should hail you.
If you were not going
now,
to,
the next
if there was
thing
no
is,
delegate system and you had the power to select
somebody from the NPP. I'll tell you later, because But now the next thing is, when you look at the elections and how it went, when you look at the number of people that were whipped in line, when he was talking about, he said when the influence is different from these same grassroots these people that we are talking about being influential, the MPs, the CEOs, the ministers, the party chairmen, the party secretaries, and the organizers, these are the people that the grassroots delegates get their usually get some of their connections from. And so what do you mean by do not listen to them? They are like their heroes. And so if my hero is saying left, I also say left. I wish to say that Clinton would have definitely want to make a different choice, if not for his political fathers.
But
you get what I mean?
Yes,
but
as of Saturday,
yes.
there were videos of some delegates.
Yes.
All right. Because if you say that they can really influence them, I beg to differ, because
we're seeing
situations where delegates will take money.
That is what I'm getting to. That
they assure you, even if it's not money, they assure you, but they don't.
Now, what is happening is Ghanaians are becoming very discerning. That they are moving from, oh yes, Ghanaians are, yes, we are discerning now.
Yes,
you understand?
yes.
So we are moving from a point where it is just like, let's go with what some. Now we know that the economy is judging us. And so the elections that was held on Saturday, what it literally meant was that the NPP were tired of Bawumia.
Do you think that was elections that was held on Saturday? Do you think it is an example of the kind of elections that we have in this country? I think it was just a gathering of people.
Yeah, there's a gathering of the NPP people that are elected. But what I'm saying is, within the NPP, they are tired of Bawumia, and they are tired of Bawumia because the system now.
But the man won. Why would you say
that's
what I'm tired of it?
So MFA, let me land. One, they are tired of Bawumia. Yeah. They want an alternative. Kennedy shouldn't flex.
But there was an alternative. They didn't vote for him.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that's why I started by telling you the credibility of all the people on the sheet. To tell you that they are not all presidential materials. You get what I mean?
Who would have? Who should be on that list then?
MFA. I don't care who is on the list. But I'm telling you, the people on the list are not, they don't have the credibility to be on the list.
Okay.
That's why I started. And when the election result shows that the NPP, the members of the NPP who form as delegates, who voted in the elections are tired of Bawumia. They want an alternative.
Why? Because of the percentage he made?
Yes, one, because of the percentage he made. And two, the only reason why Bawumia was able to get to that number, the 61%, was because of what we have established. That the establishment was for him.
Okay.
And so,
I mean, surely you know that
you never made me land.
I thought you have made a point. Sorry,
my point is not done. And so, the delegates are tired of Bawumia. They want an alternative. Kennedy shouldn't go flexing his muscle saying that, I have gotten this percentage, the people want me. It was not the work of Kennedy that has gotten him the percentage he got.
No. Then?
They want an alternative. Who is the alternative? There's no other. So in the absence of good, bad is better. You get a difference. And so, because we don't want Bawumia, Kennedy too, but the remaining two, they are
these are
off.
confusing.
So that is why even when you look at the voter turnout, the number of people that didn't come to vote are so voluminous. In the delegates elections, you expect that at least the delegate,
nearly all of them,
they will be coming, exactly, because it is just a few of us that are coming together, but they are tired. Okay. And one of the things that the media is not even talking about as much is the influence of money. I mean, when it was the influence of money, we are just saying that some delegates say they received 300, 400. That's a lot of money. Calculate 400 CDs by the number of delegates that are supposed to vote.
But if I have to transport myself, let's look at it the way they're describing the situation. Okay, we'll come to the money bit. We'll come to the money bit. But Felix, there are a few things that you were disagreeing with.
Absolutely. So Clinton made some notions which I don't stand with him. He said that Bawumia had a system and the structures before Kennedy came in. But if we are to stick to the point or the fact, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is the first politician in the history of Ghana politics who visited the delegates, telling them that he wants to lead them before any other aspirants among the four, joined the race.
When he said that they had the system put in place, he didn't mean that it was
he said Bawumia took the lead for meeting the delegates.
Okay.
Yes, which is false.
Okay.
I want him
but did that make any impact? Whether Kennedy went first or Bawumia went first? What impact does it make?
No, with the direction, the motive and intentions. And that's what I'm saying, the history of Ghana politics. We've not seen any politician who has gone to see the delegate that gave me the opportunity to lead you. And that is a plus. Itself can be counted as an achievement because you pay respect or homage to them. You see? And then, as Kennedy did that, before Bawumia and the people had to re-strategize to follow it.
Do you think that Honorable Kennedy didn't win because he didn't pay monies? Did he pay some monies?
They paid money. Bawumia paid money.
Did Kennedy pay money?
Kennedy didn't pay money.
But who paid? How do you know that?
But, you know, I was on ground. I was an agent.
Okay.
Yes, I stood as an agent on ground at Ablekuma South.
Okay.
Which I witnessed a lot of things. But because it's an internal, you know, election.
So I see that the speakers of these people are not saying that it is money payment. They are saying that it is to be able to enable delegates to do what they have to do. You have to transport yourself to the place to vote.
Yeah.
But if I have to facilitate your own rights, am I not influencing you?
See, the PNDC law 284 even states clearly about corruption in elections, and then as well
outlined a few things,
the treats.
Yes.
You know, so ferrying them from their polling stations to the voting center does not mean you are trying to bribe them.
So it's not
feeding comes in as a treat. So that would be as an influence on the people to vote for you.
Okay.
But taking the transport cost is not something we should guarantee, because in the PNDC law 284,
did he transport them?
the transportation, yes, we made provision for transportation.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we made. But on the grounds, we had regional executives, national executives coming on ground, doing all sorts of things.
Okay. Clinton, so you said that you're asserting that this is the right man to break the 8 next year, 2024 elections. You're aware that this time around it won't be delegates. It won't be him meeting delegates. It will be the electorate. It will be Ghanaians.
I mean, the bone of contention here is records in the government, and then comparatively, whoever that the vice president is competing with for the presidential. I mean,
it's quite obvious. We know that it's him and Mahama.
Yes, Mahama. Well, I think statistically, everything favors His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay.
I think it breaks down the notion that had been sold out by the NDC for some time now, since 1992, and emphasizing that they are for the non-Akans all the time, and the party would never give room for a non-Akan person to lead the front. And now we could clearly see that conversation addressed, or that particular political message that they were so eager to engage with and they have benefited so much from. And that is one of the things that they are scared of. And so they are quick to jump in and speak to the weaknesses of the vice president. I mean, we cannot do away with the fact that every government has challenges, and this is a challenging moment for the government. But as much as we want to talk about the shortfalls, which I admit for a number of times, which whatever point you might want to make from that angle, we cannot also do away with the good works and how progressive the NPP government has been ever since they took office, which is best in situational context comparatively to the SWAL government that wants to.
Do you think that the way the government is managing the country currently, do you think that if it continues like this same way in 2024,
that
do you
means
think
we
you have
wouldn't continue like this? I don't know why we should be thinking that it would continue like this.
Why not? Why would it mean? Does this mean that?
I mean, every government.
Are we being played?
Every government that wants to transition from second term to a third term should obviously have strategies and indications that have been put in place to meet the needs and demands of the people. When you listen to the speech that was delivered by the vice president, he touched on some of the demonstrations that had taken place prior to this particular election, accepted that the demands and the concerns of the people are genuine, and as such, the government would have to, in its quest to break the 8, find lasting solutions or give a clearer roadmap, as they are already doing, to resolve it. I find it very difficult and insulting if my brother would say that the candidates that were presented by the NPP, they are weak and they are non-presidential materials. I mean, he's not in the best position to even pass that comment, looking at the elections we saw them run when they were doing their flag bearership elections. I mean, the vice president has proven beyond every reasonable doubt that in difficult times he's useful, and then in good times he's also valuable. And these are key indications of some of the good times. I mean, the good works of the government. You want me to make mention or run you through things that the government has done.
You can just start off.
I can start off. I mean,
You can just start off.
If I can tell you something. I can tell you
The
something.
carrier of the message.
I wouldn't want to, because that would take much of my conversations on here. But what I want to put across here is that regardless of whatever strategies, that is to address my brother when he was talking, whether the strategist was that Kennedy had to start early, had to start last, whatever indications he might want to justify the loss with, I think the party has decided. And so we would have to.
Are you impressed with the
looking
61%?
Pardon?
Are you impressed with
Yeah,
the 61%?
I'm impressed.
You're impressed?
I'm impressed. I'm
Wow.
impressed because for the first time, we've had a first timer who is coming into the scene, stage such a percentage. If you look through, if you, I always speak to facts and figures. If you look at the analysis in statistics, the people, new faces who have been introduced for flag bearership, I think it is Bawumia who has earned the highest percentage rating in winning flag bearership, which is a good indication. Running with someone like Kennedy Agyapong, who has had significant impact in the party, doesn't give you an easy win. So for most of the people I engaged, I told them that yes, it would be a win because the vice president had worked, but then it would be a fierce contest because we've seen a lot of impact and support from the Kennedy. And so these indications all played a role in bringing out the best person amongst the contestants, and that is the vice president. I don't think my brother we should create that room of disagreement over here when the elections.
I mean, the overall objective is to win 2024 elections, right? So and the systems that made Bawumia win now matters a lot. So it does matter. We can't just say because a person won is enough. We can't end the conversation
we are not saying it's enough. Clearly, if you look at the turnout that were favorable for Kennedy, you can get to know that there is apathy. Some people wanted him, some people wanted Bawumia. Others also had their own choices. But in the end, when one person is chosen, NPP is known for tranquility, unity, and then togetherness. And so we could clearly see that the declaration of the results or the announcement of the vice president, the flag bearer, brought together all the people he competed with, accepting, even his own boss accepted that we are ready to give a showdown to the NDC. I mean, I'm not here to have a conversation on that in quotes, the goat. I'm not here to argue. I mean, when we get to the riverbank,
thank you very much for the opportunity.
When we get to the riverbank, we will cross it.
I wanted to touch on.
Statements.
No, I didn't talk for
myself. Somebody a dead goat.
Statements.
But actually, what do you mean by that?
Anybody's name. I mean,
but I need clarity.
I'll text that. My brother. Let me just land and then let me land. My brother's comments.
Actually, you have been.
My brother's comments are just using their own words. They are just compendium of speculations that carries no weight, but out of self-centered interest of his political party.
That's
so you get to know that every statement being made is out.
Reginald, I'll let you have the last
take.
But I want to know what's the way forward for. Do you have something? Please
go.
You're
not done. Yeah. So just because he made mention.
We're wrapping up.
MFA. You cannot have this topic and tell me you're wrapping up right now when there's a lot to be said about Bawumia.
I mean, when we get there.
The first thing I want to make mention of is that Bawumia, on his nationwide tour that he made mention of, had no message for Ghanaians. His message.
The message was not for Ghanaians. It was for the delegates.
They always miss that.
You are not in the past.
I
don't get
what I'm telling you is that they assume that flag bearership is the goal. You do not want to become flag bearer just to lead up. You want to become president. So that's why I'm saying that. No. Oh, my brother, stop interjecting. Let me make my point. He never had a message for Ghanaians or even for his party folks. So what he was telling them was that they say MPP cannot elect and not, and that's why he also made mention.
But that could be a strong message.
No, a strong message to Ghanaians that
what? You do not know.
Even Mahama made such a.
Every factor plays a role in
Can I just make my point? Or you just enjoy it?
So you're saying that the vice president didn't have the platform.
You just enjoy we interjecting
each other.
And he also made mention, you should tell me any of the message
that was his thought. I mean, let's establish that.
He also made mention that the NDC are scared of Bawumia. Why would you even make such a statement on a national TV?
The only thing that the
NDC is scared of is the wrath that Bawumia and his boss the ditch they are putting us into and how deep we are still sinking into.
Yeah, we should put
You
in
get what I mean?
So that,
that is the only thing. And the scary part of the scary part of it is how extra hard we have to work when the NDC comes into power.
Okay.
Now the next thing is when we're asking about Bawumia and whether he could be whatever, and he said Bawumia by far as he has what has Bawumia been able to achieve?
But he's, I mean,
no. So that is what you see when you ask him. Was he able to even mention any of the achievements of Bawumia?
I can mention. But the thing is, you and I cannot concern ourselves with it.
You can mention some of his achievements.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute, Reginald. The reason why we won't go this way.
But you who asked him?
You see,
MF, I was not the one who even asked him. You asked him, and I'm only telling you that.
Some questions are rhetorical.
Oh, so
some questions are very rhetorical.
The question you asked was not rhetorical. You were expecting to at least say 2 or 3.
I can give you 4 of them. Inflation rate has moved.
Inflation rate has moved.
You see the energy this
Reginald
is giving us. When I start saying I'm interjecting,
elected him as flag bearer without any credit. Then who are we?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You chose Mahama to become your flag bearer, and you sit here.
That is why I'm saying that
someone who was voted out of
NPP electing Bawumia to become flag bearer,
become president.
is wizardry. It is an insult to Ghanaians. Yes, I engage with you.
A pendulum of speculations that carry no weight.
You're going to learn this
out of emotions. I borrowed it from you.
Using it to distract the conversation that is
Don't
going
worry,
on.
Clinton is
You should be able to tell that you keep quiet.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. I promise.
Speak the sense and let's.
You never know. Maybe we muted his mic.
No, but MF, the only thing I'm saying is that Bawumia, his scorecard, his inflation rate. His own scorecard.
But how you crediting this to him only? He's a vice president.
Why shouldn't I credit somebody who was poached and brought into to come and vice and lead economic team? At the
time he was poached, 2007.
MFA, he was what? Deputy governor of Bank of Ghana. Brought in to come and become vice president. Vice president, you are leading economic management team, right?
But
now what
part of that?
So what are the economic indicators?
Ken is not part of cabinet.
Cabinet.
He's board chair. Excuse me.
He's board chair.
Cabinet.
He's saying that.
He's not cabinet, but he's
cabinet
part of
takes the decision.
You are distracting me, God.
Sorry.
Cabinet makes the
He's
decision.
saying that Ken is not part of the economic management, which is fine. This guy was brought in as an economic messiah, the supposed economic messiah, to come and lead the economic management team. And what I'm saying is the scorecard I'm giving you are the economic indicators. These are the indicators that will say whether the economy is doing well or not.
So we'll leave that for 2024.
No, then why did I come here? To come and say that, oh, Bawumia has done well. I'm telling you this, and I'm telling you that we'll leave this for 2024. This is what is happening now. We should be able to know that the interest rate has moved from a point of this to that.
I agree, but I'm saying that his own party members think that he's the best foot forward.
The exchange rate is going. That's what I'm saying, that the exchange rate is $1 to 12 cedis. Just this month. That's what I'm telling you, that the NPP electing Bawumia is wizardry. It's an insult.
Okay. Because it's their party. So if they want to practice wizardry, it's their business, right? And so it gives the NDC an upper hand, as you have said, is it not?
That's why you guess.
So it doesn't give the NDC an upper hand.
Elected a weak candidate.
They don't think about Ghanaians. They don't think about Ghanaians.
But wait, I agree.
You should be happy for us.
If they don't think about Ghanaians,
you're being emotional about
Ghanaians. It's a better chance.
But I tell
someone
you
who is a strong candidate.
Please. What's the plan for? Yes. What's the plan?
All right. So, as I said earlier, he's in good spirit, and he's been talking about reconciliation. I mean,
what does that mean?
The party coming back.
Okay.
Which I think.
He said that they were going to give together. They were going to give the NDC a showdown.
Together, they're going to give the NDC a showdown. Okay. But there has to be proper talks.
This is the same Kennedy who said that Bawumia can never be Mahama.
Let me talk.
And you see how it feels like.
When I was not interjecting. No, I was not interjecting.
The two of you
I'm not interjecting.
This is the same Kennedy who said Bawumia can never beat Mahama.
No, listen. Oh, come on, gentlemen.
It's the same Mahama who said NPP will never give and not
you are taking my time. MFA, can you please stop them so that I speak? Because you're taking my time, which is not fair. You are not being fair. Please, let me talk.
We gave you room to talk sense. We didn't hear someone is talking sense.
What I'm saying is,
Kennedy
put your hand on your mouth.
Reginald, you're taking my time.
You think I'll give you your time because you
did I interject you? Did I interject you? I didn't interject you. Did I interject you?
I agree, but I gave you the time.
MFA didn't.
No, Reginald, it's
No,
not
come
fair.
on.
It's not fair. I
The
gave you the
thing that they are
time.
going
You
to
have
tell me
made
is
the
that
point.
this
Keep
is
quiet.
sense. Kennedy reconciling with
You have been on the streets for a while. Let him talk.
Are you on radio?
The seconds is for
Stop what you're
Let's
talking
go.
about.
Reginald.
No, like I'm now agitated.
I have
Like,
given you
what
the
happened?
time.
What happened? Right? I wanted to.
You have made all
You
your
are
points.
taking my
but
time.
but the
Watch
fact that
yours.
you've been taken out of
No,
it,
but I have
and
to
you
pick
think that I
points
should
from what
give you your
you're
time for
saying.
you
MFA.
for you to come and
Okay,
tell me that
okay.
Kennedy
No,
reconcile.
but you're not being fair with him. You're not being fair with him.
Look, we can all be
Finish
brutal
make
that
the
way, but
point.
then if you do it,
Finish
it's
make the
not going to
point.
help.
It's not fair.
Maybe some other time on the show.
Fellas,
It's really not going to
just
help.
go ahead.
Felix,
What
make
are
the
we
point.
talking about?
All
Make
right,
the
so
point.
yes, we said reconciliation. That's coming back. Unity. So I'm telling Clinton to tell them that Honorable Ken says they should, come and then speak with him. Speak sense, so that we come back. But that is going to be difficult. I must assure you on that.
Coming back, difficult on all grounds. But the guy said he's ready for a
He
showdown
said-
together. So what's the point?
I actually didn't want to
He said,
go hard on my brother, but I would want to put him to order.
you go hard on
See,
me.
most of the
No,
You're
but
taking my time. It's my time.
From the
It's time that he's supposed to talk.
No, but what he has said is
from-
important.
It's important.
The,
Okay.
the flag bearer had the platform, accepted the results, supported the declaration of Bawumia. As to whatever decisions that the party would have to engage internally, that is with the national executives, and later will be communicated to us. In what capacity do you sit
Oh,
here
no.
and
When
say,
you say
no,
that, it's
let me
not
talk-
fair.
no,
No,
let me land. He can come in with his
no,
defense.
no,
BBC.
In what
No,
capacity
don't
do you
undermine
say that
BBC.
we are out of the
BBC.
They should come and talk
BBC.
sense to us. Talk sense to
BBC.
you. What are you trying to say?
BBC, listen.
They should come and talk
I
sense.
mentioned that based on the
He didn't
point
mention
that
that he was
some
saying that.
people, some people within your camp,
Yeah.
were insulting,
Yes.
were saying all sort of things
Just
about him.
look at
And
this.
No, I mean,
no,
these are
look,
personal.
look,
These are
look,
personal feelings.
No, we
Yes.
shouldn't have
Listen,
that
look,
conversation. This
look,
is an internal. We
look.
have done. We have a flag bearer. And so now the flag bearer would have to unite the front, bring
He
everybody
has,
together,
but we all
which
know.
would be
But we
done.
all know that it cannot be just a minute to say that okay, we'll give a
Obviously,
showdown.
that is
That's
not
not mean that
conversation
he
for him
doesn't
to
want to
have
have.
on here.
No, but he's just saying that but there has to be good conversations.
I should go and
and it's
tell the
only-
vice
is it a
president.
fair?
But you have the
No,
screen,
I'm
tell
saying,
yourself.
no, I'm telling you, because you are closer to
but
them.
you have-
You are closer to
okay,
them.
he's listening.
You
Tell
are
me,
closer to
guys.
them.
Felix,
Felix,
is that your
I mean, I don't
I'm
get
sure
to
you're
the point
closer
where
to
he's
them.
arguing from.
Is he going to address us personally at some point?
Oh yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
gonna address.
Okay.
He's gonna address the country.
Okay.
He's gonna.
Sure,
But I
fine,
want
guys, accepted the
to
results
state. I want to state
No,
something
no,
to
you can't-
some
Reginald.
contributions to Reginald, because he made a point that Honorable Ken is not a presidential material, and then he has no credibility to lead the country.
What has he done
So
in
some
that
contributions he's made as
Quickly,
a single.
wait.
I mean,
No, then why
as
you
an
come to
MP.
me because I also have to-
Look.
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
health
and they sent
sector.
you the picture now.
No,
Okay.
listen.
No,
in the
they
health
sent it to
sector.
you now, so
In the
talk.
health
Yeah,
sector.
listen, yes.
Aside mentioning the $6
Yes.
million contribution he's
Yes.
made for 37 to build the cardiothoracic and dialysis center.
Yes.
He's also contributed $1 million during COVID. He bought.
How much did he get from coming from the government?
Oh, come on. Why are your facts to prove that?
No, but I'm asking.
Why are your facts to
You
prove
say-
that?
Okay, why
are
your
your
fact
facts
to prove that you contributed 1 million?
Oh, I thought
Did
that
you
one,
see
if
that?
cannot.
Did you see that?
Why your fact?
Okay.
Did you see he buying about
Okay.
200,000 beds
Oh,
for the
what
country?
I'm talking
What
about.
are you telling me?
You made mention
Okay,
of
guys,
that.
Oh,
You
come
said
on.
you contributed
So,
towards
come
COVID.
on.
That's
What
just
are you telling
about
me?
it
MFA,
for
you know-
today.
Next
Ah,
time,
MFA,
maybe
you not-
suit must not be.
MFA, you not take. You
The
not. No,
suit men are-
no. I attended
Reginald,
the-
thank you
Clinton,
so
I
much.
wouldn't hold
Felix,
that.
thank you
I
so
wouldn't
much.
hold that.
Clinton, thank you so much.
And so, no,
Clinton,
MFA
I would have
should
loved
take
that we talk about the donations in the voter
Yes,
region, but at
yes,
some
yes,
point
yes.
we may have to pick up on that.
I think in the course of the week, I paid a courtesy call on the Mepe traditional area.
Right.
I accompanied the Nooks Wukom, Ms. Raya Bantama, where
I've
she
done
went
that,
in
you
to
paid
do
a courtesy call,
immediate donation to the females at the Mepe traditional areas, looking at how displaced
time
they
you
are,
donation
and
call
also observe the
Just the last
conditions,
3 weeks. What
and
are
also
you talking
observe the
about,
conditions over there. I think the chief also did communicate something that they are yet to hear from the government, and then we are hoping that
So go and tell
definitely, because we saw NADMO VRA
Yeah.
monitoring the place, and even at a point we saw health experts and individuals over there taking note of the water to see if it is chemically favorable for
them to
people to transport on it, and they had halted movement over the river because of those indications that their report has given. And so I think we are pleading that individuals out there should go in to support them. Nooks is already doing a support initiative contributing to support the individuals in that area. And so
Okay.
let's support Nooks, and then God bless the Wukom too. It was a good initiative
Thank you.
on the sanitary
Thank
pad
you.
donation.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
what I was
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah, time is up.
Next time, let's have a call.
You not give us close.
Time is up.
But, oh,
Time is up.
so
Time is
you
up.
see,
time is
Regina
up.
is very
Today you are being very
controversial.
sinister.
Very
Guys, thank you
controversial.
so much. This is more on the show. Motivation Monday and even plug. Do stay.
To unleash even more moolah. Stake 1 Ghana cedi to 350 Ghana cedis, and you could win 6 times your stake on the exciting new Pick 1 game from Game Pack. Play by dialing *946# on all networks via our website or download the Game Pack app on www.gamepackgames.com. Choose your Pick 1 number from 1 to 36. Place your stake and watch our live draws on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. daily.
Hey, live like me with Game Pack. Game Pack, more moolah, more power.
This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly.
Your favorite Rice is saying thank you to all its loyal customers and consumers for being loyal to the brand. From the 1st of September 2023 to the 31st of January 2024, buy any 4.5 kg bag of Abner rice and you stand a chance of finding a gift voucher inside the bag. Prices you start to find include LED TVs, washing machines, microwaves, blenders, smartphones, bags of rice, banners, and many more. Redeem your gift vouchers from any little depot selected wholesalers nationwide. So, what are you waiting for? Go on and grab your 4.5 kg bag of Abner rice and win big. Remember, the Abner Ashia promo is on the 1st of September 2023 and on the 31st of January 2024. It's the Abner Ashia promo. Buy more, win more. Terms and conditions apply. This is FDA approved.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mom.
Hope you're having fun at Granny's.
Yeah, but I don't have my favorite chocolate spread. Hi, Mom. Mom, please, I missed out chocolate spread on bread.
Tasty too. Made just for you and me. Choco, it's chocolate, choco, it's chocolate, choco, it's chocolate, choco. Choco, it's chocolate.
Surprise children.
Yay! It's chocolate,
This is chocolate.
choco.
Portions Garden presents Kofi Kinati performing live. Venue Portions Garden, Joe Last Chance. Date Saturday 25th November. Time 7 p.m.